intention this morning was to do a cottage up in the Antrim hills, but somebody asked me on YouTube about whether I could show them about doing cliffs. So we're at the headland of the Gobbins. Again, it's in Antrim, Northern Ireland. And so I've just put a wash there of sienna on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of cadmium red in there as well to warm it up. And I might mix a bit of light red with it, I think. Get it a bit stronger. That's it. That's more what I want there. There's a redness in the rock up here. And right, so I've just dropped these in and I'm letting them merge. I'm using a Chinese brush. They're not that expensive, but they hold a lot of water, and yet they'll go to a very fine point as well, ever so fine. So I'm leaving white there. I'm going to have a light yellow that'll be catching up here. Doing this on Facebook, and you know, time is the essence really. When I'm in the art class, which we started back, by the way, we started that last week. We had a coffee morning and catch up. That's on a Thursday morning in Caerphilly in Penrail Church, which is situated in the old public cemetery off top of Mill Road and that way. So yeah, if you're in the Caerphilly area, you're more than welcome to come along. It's that would be great. So now then, let's have a look. It's on a Thursday morning at 10 o'clock till 12. And we've got a nice crowd that come along there. Everybody's very pleasant. And but let's just try that little bit up in there, shall we? There we go. There we are. And we'll get... Now, what drew me to this actual painting is a waterfall, very impressive waterfall, and I'm going to come at it really with gouache later to get the effect of it, but it comes down besides either side of the rock here and into the water. So if it's too strong, you just wash it away. Get some blue again, and so that will be the rock, and the waterfall will come down here and into the bay. Like I say, now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the rigger. Let's get a little bit of dark up in here, I think. So I see you drop these colours in and they just merge, which is great. I've dropped a bit of red into that now, so it doesn't matter. I want the water to be seen to be pouring down here. This has got to be fairly dark for it to register. Now then, I'm going to go to a rigger now, which is a little thin brush and a stronger paint now. So I'm using light red with the ultramarine blue, and you watch what will happen here now. I haven't got a lot of time to do this, but it'll at least give you an idea. Can you see what's happening now? Immediately now you're getting a bit of detail. Looks more 3D now. And I'm just putting these roughly where I want them, okay? It's only here and there. And then, you'll see what I'll do. It's all technique with watercolour. It's so much more technique than any other medium, I think, with watercolour. And I want that bank to light up here, and I think I might well do it. I'm just going to do this like it's. Yeah, I can. Don't worry about it. Turn. I think use pieces of old mouldy bread. You can do whatever, isn't it? Whatever works. Now then, let's get the darks in here. And then, you know, you'll see how I've developed this then when I come on to the next session. And let's get this stone in here and up in here as well. And it's about as much as I can do now, really. I'll just get some stone on the top here, and it'll come down into this a gully here, that the water will come down. And I think, you see, I can push it right back by merging it. And basically, now that's all really I want to do this session now on the cliffs. I'm going to use the rigger brush, this fine brush, and I've mixed light red with ultramarine blue, and I'm just going to get some darker areas in here. I'm working on the light. Can you see I'm leaving the light there, that side, so I'm getting more of a hard line here. And the choice I've got is I can either soften it with water or I can use my finger, and I think I'm going to use my area. And see, that's pushed that back now. So we'll come down this area as well. I'm keeping the light to my left. So again, it just gives this sort of suggestion of crags and what have you, without having to labour it and go into too much detail. So I'm just following like what will be crags down here. And then, again, I could wash it off, or I'm going to do this. I want to come back in and show you with gouache what you can do with gouache to get the light effect as well. Let's have a look here now. And it's just keeping this variation going, that you can see you've got more of that. Now, if we work on this as well now around here, I've already been working along here, but just to show you the technique really. And now I've got a waterfall coming in here. So let's have a look here with this waterfall. Put a bit of nonsense here. It's all a bit of nonsense, so it isn't just push it in there. And similarly up here, I could drag the brush with its heel. But now then, let's get, so I've got gouache now. And that's gone a bit too light there. Let's darken that a bit. There we are, that's better. So now then, let's do the waterfall first of all. So we'll have it coming down here, following this line down here. Now that's why I had to darken it in here for the water to sort of register. So you want a sharp edge on this side, and at this point now I'm going to have the water coming down either side of the rocks into the water there. So we're going to come over the rock there. And now it's coming down there, the side of the rock, into the bay here. And I'll probably come back over it and I'll work on it, because it's going to be quite a feature. So I wouldn't mind putting some green in with the rock here. Let's try this and see how it works. Some green in there. And I'll come back and darken that. Let's have a look. There we are, that's more what I'm wanting. Where there's a green in the rock. And then I'll come back and darken it again. I think I've got enough time to come and show you. And I'm going to work on this rock with the gouache. Now then, let's just have a quiet look here now. Get some light on here. Now, if I get a light blue, So the ultramarine blue with the white. Here, watch what can happen here now. So I'm putting a bit of colour in here now. If you lose it a bit, you think, oh, you know, it's good. You see what's happening. So bits here and there, quite random, but surprising the differences this will make. And then what I can do as well, get some light colour. So I'm using sienna now with the white, and I'm going to pick up some highlights in here. Highlights will be on the end there somewhere. So I just showed you can always rectify a painting with gouache. So it's white there, which I'll come back to, and I've tinted it with blue and yellow here. And this gouache can really rescue a painting. So my next session now, I'll show you about the sea and how to get that depth in the sea. Let me just show you how to get the depth in the sea here. I'm mixing a blue, ultramarine blue, with a cadmium yellow. So it's like a bluey green, and we'll see what will happen now. And I'm keeping my movement the way waves would go, okay? So I just keep the brush like that. So you have that sense of movement with the water. And there we go. When I come in here, it'll be quite dark here, but I've got to leave where the white of the surf would be breaking against the rock. But you can see how easy this is. Just keep that ultramarine, cadmium yellow, like a blue-green, more on the blue side than the green. And then what I can do, if I get this rigger and mix I'm mixing a dark blue with a little bit of light red. So let's have a look and see what we got. Yeah, let's try this. And let's get, can you see the sort of movement that I've got going on here now? And similarly with there. So I've gone for something a that bit darker again, and then when I get the gouache in, it'll really stand out. There's a little bit here and there of something a bit darker again here. And then now if I get the gouache, I should really dry it off before I start on this, but we haven't got time for that, so you'll have an idea. So I'm just a little bit here and there, nothing much. Just on the top of the sort of the wave. So this is where the white gouache is marvellous really when it comes to waves. But I think that's about it now. Well, we don't do much more than that. Well, let's get this mount on here, see what we've got. Put a mount on it, makes a big difference. And let's just see what that is like there. Yeah, there we are. That's the Gobbins in the Antrim coast, up at the headland there of the Gobbins. We've got the waterfall coming out here, quite impressive. So yeah, I hope that's been a bit of a help.